Guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lou. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lou will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lou.
Guys, good morning and welcome back to Breakthrough with Coach Lou. It is going to be a beautiful week, guys. What can you say? We're in a good mood. We're ready to go. Have this world gotten better overnight and miraculously changed? Maybe, maybe not. What about your world overnight? Can you change your world overnight? Can you change your world in a heartbeat? You absolutely can, because your world lives in here and lives in here. It does not live out here. Okay. Yes, things are going to come at you from external sources in this world, guys, but let me tell you something. It's the meaning you assign to something and the way you handle it that makes the difference. And my question for you today is, I think a lot of our show titles could be based on song titles. That's so unique, and I got a theory on that we'll discuss in a minute. What about me? I think actually the song I'm thinking is What About Love? But what about me is today's topic, okay? In today's world, if you ever just stopped and said, hey, what about me? What about me? You're maybe a busy parent, you're a trusted employee or a trusted employer, a confidant friend, a this or that, and you're all things to all people, and a great parent, and blah, blah, blah. And then what? What about you? At the end of the day, has there been anything that nourished you? How has your day been? And you could say, yeah, me too. Are you feeling me on this? Are you with me? You get it. What about me at the end of the day? Okay. And is that selfish? I don't think so. I really don't think so. And it's not like a child. What about me? Hey, I didn't get included or something. It's more about taking the time for you to acknowledge you and you to, feel significant, and that's such a word, significance. What does it mean? Oh, if somebody's significant, they must have ego. They must be, doing something to step on other people to get there to be significant. These actors and these sports people and politicians and the businessmen in the boardroom, them and their significance, right? Have you ever looked at somebody and gone, oh, they look like they just think their poop don't stink, right? Look at that significant SOB, okay? So it's kind of funny the way we view significance. It's almost like a disease or an overblown ego, when actually, quite frankly, it's a human need to have some significance. And you're like, bear with me and stay on here with me on this, guys. Let me tell you a little story. When I was like 12 years old, well, even younger than 12, I was a quiet kid. Okay. I had no desire to be on a show. I had no desire to pick up a microphone and be an auctioneer. My dad was. I had no desire to really interact a whole lot or do a lot of talking. I liked being around people, but I was quiet. I'd rather listen, watch, and observe. So I'm 12 years old. We're auctioning off this place called J&S Wholesale in Buffalo, New York. 3-day auction. And that's a lot for anybody. Okay. And my dad wasn't in the greatest physical shape, okay? So he's tooling along auctioning, and he goes, I need a break. I'm like, I'll go get my sister, who's, 10, 11 years my senior. And he's like, no, I need to go now. He hands me this damn microphone. And I'm like, I don't like talking one-on-one to people, let alone a group of people. And I've never really done this before. Don't have a desire to do this. So he hands me the microphone, and I stand there for a second, what felt like an hour. Sometimes time stands still when you're on the spot. And it went through my head, this two-poled situation, this scenario. Scenario number one was I put the mic down and run away. go find my sister. And, so there's a little break in the auction. The world doesn't end. But then I look like a chicken is what went in my head. At 12 years old, I'm going to look like a chicken. I'm looking at this microphone. I'm going, I might do this and suck. And I'm really hating this. But, it's better than looking like a chicken. So I started to talk. And people started to respond, and they were bidding to me, and it was all good and fun. And well, it wasn't really fun that day. It was scary, but the adrenaline kicked in. And, I realized that what I said could have significance, could matter. I mattered to these people. I was significant to them, not in a way of, ooh, look at me, but in a way of that they responded. That's not an unhealthy significance, I don't think. Especially when it was a defining moment that I remember in life from way back then. I remember that exact moment when it all shifted for me. Now, did I go a few more years with jitteries before I'd get on the block or pick up a microphone, or if I had to give a talk? Oh, dear Lord. That was harder because auctioning was easier because, if I made a mistake, nobody really knew I made a mistake. It was like, oh, I said the wrong word. They don't know what I'm supposed to be saying anyway. But that led into what we do today. And it's like, yeah, does this give me a feeling of significance in a good way? Yes, because I'm significant feeling in my heart because I'm significantly delivering something to you that might help you. That story right there, you might be going, hey, me too. I know how you feel. Oh my God, yeah, I'm 62 and can't get in front of a crowd, or 42 or 22 or 12 or 92, whatever it is. And you go, wow, that kind of inspired me to do, So that's significant to me. It's significant because I'm helping you with something. Now, if I got on the show every week and look what I do, look at this, look at my skin, look at my hair. Oh my God, look at me shake my butt. All right, I'm kind of being facetious about like TikTok and Reels and stuff, but you get the point. That might be a different significance. Now, if you're one hell of a dancer or musician or something, and you feel significant showing your talent, that's okay. It's when there really is no talent and you just have this ego that significance might not be so okay. So it's kind of funny. Okay. So the reason that I was quiet when I was a kid, now in retrospect, is that I lacked enough significance to believe that what I had to say would have any value, or the talent that I developed or had. I don't know. When it comes to the auctioneering, I don't know if you kind of have a little innate talent for that, or if it's something you really have to create. That's been so long ago, I'm not sure. I'm sure I don't sound nearly as horrendous as I probably did day one. But you know what? I think the cuteness of a kid doing it. When Lexi was little and she auctioned at benefit auctions and that, it was so cute. It didn't matter if she had a chant. It mattered that she was gaining significance and confidence. Okay, it's going to lead right in here now. When is significance good? If it builds self-confidence in a child or an adult, that, I feel like I know my material and I can teach it, or I know I'm a singer and I know I have a beautiful voice, and you're confident that makes you significant because you do have, or you have developed a talent. Look at Kobe or anybody else who's gotten really good in a sport. Why are they significant? Not because they have an ego. Now, Rodman might be an ego problem, but, look at somebody like Kobe. He practiced and practiced and practiced till he was so self-confident that made him significant in the game. Nothing wrong with that. You don't look at him and go, oh, he's bad because he's so good. Now you got people like Rodman with an attitude that might be a downside. Doesn't mean the dude's all bad either. He might be a scared little 12-year-old that hasn't gotten over the point of understanding that significance and ego are not exactly the same thing. Okay, they're very, very, one's got a negative and one's got a positive connotation, but they are very similar in the way they feel, in the way that they outwardly are portrayed. When somebody's really confident, they stand out. When somebody's got a really overblown ego, they stand out too, but not in the same light. You look at somebody who's very confident in a good way and you go, wow, they're amazing. You look at somebody who's got an overblown ego and you're like, oh, they're an a-hole. Okay, same foundation, same thing, different connotation to it. What else can significance give you? Self-worth. Okay, if you feel significant to your creator, yourself, your family, your community, because of, that you are a good, amazing person and you do great stuff, wow, that gives you some self-worth. And when people have self-worth, they tend to go on to some other things like growing and contributing, which are really amazing. Okay. You feel valuable and important, as you should. You should feel valuable and important to your creator. You should not feel like, oh, you're letting your God down, your spouse down, your mom and dad, your kids. You should feel valuable and important to the people around you as long as you are coming from the right place. When is significance bad? When it's a replacement for self-confidence or self-worth. All you got to do is scroll through Facebook right now. Okay. Oh my God. You can't, certain things you can and can't talk about on Facebook now. That's why we have the Thursday night show. But you can be half naked and call it yoga and, be not doing yoga at all and getting a lot of negative significance there. Now, hey, I'm going to tell you, I'm not stiff-necked. There's beautiful people in this world. And we would all be fools to go, oh, you don't see a beautiful person and go, wow, they're very attractive, okay? Whether you're a guy or a girl, okay, you're going to see attractive people and it's going to make you feel like, oh, they're attractive. Okay, I am not against dressing very attractive. I am not against dancing or moving your body in an attractive way. When it's bad is when, showing what's under your yoga pants is the only reason you're getting attention. Okay. Let's face it, we're all adults, or hopefully we like good looking people. Okay. We like people who take care of themselves. But if that's the only reason you think you have self-worth is because you're basically displaying parts of your body and calling it something else, and that's the only reason somebody will look at you, then that's probably a replacement for self-confidence and worth. Okay. Not saying right, wrong, or indifferent. I don't care what you look at. I don't care what you like, et cetera, et cetera. But when you're doing these things, why are you doing it? If it's a replacement for self-confidence and you're only getting attention because of something that really has nothing to do with the core of who you are, that might be a negative way of getting significance. Okay. So when it's done strictly for ego, not good. When it's a replacement for love or connection, I got 100,000 likes because, I let everybody know on Facebook I wasn't wearing underwear. I flashed them. Is that really a healthy type of connection? What about if you really got on there and did something that, was useful and valuable to somebody? Would that not be a better way of connecting with people? And again, don't matter. You can wear the same yoga pants, but if you're truly teaching, something about yoga or truly showing a skill that you have, big difference. And I love using this for an example because I'm sure you've all seen it as you're scrolling through Facebook. You can't miss it. Okay. Or anywhere else in this world, well, being specific, we dealt with somebody through business who was very unique dressing, et cetera, but then would get really angry when people would pay attention to this person and get upset. And it was like, well, you can't do one thing or another. If somebody, I take care of my body and my health. And if somebody makes a comment of, wow, you're really fit, or you look good, or God forbid, these days I get peeped at or something. Wow. I'm like, yeah, I still got it. I'm not upset. If I'm wearing, fitness clothes and I'm decked out for a race and, I notice somebody looking and like, wow, I'm like, yeah, I feel good about that because I put time and effort into it. I'm not upset that somebody notices that I'm dressed in a way that shows, race ready or something like that. That's my whole point is it's how do you get your significance is what counts. And what you put out there is what you're going to attract back in too. If you're walking around with a bad attitude ego, you're going to get some negative flow back on that. Yeah, you're going to get your attention, so you're going to feel significant. But if you walk around very confident and coming from a good place, and you're complimenting people, and you're making people feel good by your confidence, I'd say that's on a real positive note. Okay, we kind of went down a little rabbit hole this morning. Okay, but there's some truths here that we really got to face that, this thing called significance, a lot of people mistake it for ego. And, oh, you feel so significant, don't you? Well, you know what? You should feel significant in a positive way because it's one of your needs of life for survival and emotional survival. You got to feel important. You got to feel like you matter, like you make a difference. It's how you go about it that either makes it a positive or a negative. Wow, got pretty deep on that one, huh? Yeah, it makes you think. Make things that make you go, So what makes the difference is how we get our significance. By being the best or tearing others down. That's another one. Do you go in as an athlete or as a competitor, as a singer, as anything in this world and go and just give your all? And that's how you get significant because you kick butt because you're great. Or do you go and take other people down? There was a dude, and I'm not going to mention any names because he's a motivational guy. And he found all these hacks as to how to do stuff. Well, he found hacks how to win some wrestling competition or something worldwide by a certain move where your foot touches a certain line and you make the opponent do this and he automatically gets disqualified and you take home the title. Wow, that's dirty significance. Okay, so you took home a title belt by basically cheating. I never had to even wrestle, never touched a guy, and I won the match. That's not cool. You get your significance by being great. And sometimes you're not the winner, but your heart and soul showed through so much that people go, wow, that guy gave his all, or that gal gave her all. But to find a way to cheat into significance, bad, 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 folks. Okay, so lack of feeling a healthy significance is the number one cause of suicide. When you come right down to it, if you don't feel like you matter, all the people that I've ever interviewed, coached, that attempted or were thinking of attempting suicide, all thought they did not matter. That's something that was always in common. That's pretty sad. So make sure that everybody around you matters. Make sure that you matter with what you do, the way you do it, and the way you feel inside. You got to matter to you. Okay, so I got a little exercise for you. I'm gonna cut you loose, guys. I'm trying to keep these shows shorter because y'all have asked for that in the morning because I know we got lots of stuff going on. Okay, so write down 3 really positive ways that you get or could, if you're not already getting, significance. Then write down 3 ways that you currently get significance that are harmful or egocentric or that you could reduce or eliminate entirely. Doesn't mean they're horrible, just means that they're on the wrong side of the fence. Okay, give a commitment right here, right now. I want to see some thumbs up and let me know. Commit to 30 days to take the 3 actions that you wrote down on the first list, the good ways you could get significance, and eliminate, and how you can eliminate the temptation to do the 3 from the second list. That's the one that's not positive or not good for you. Okay, write this down in a little journal or notebook. It doesn't have to say journal and be hardbound. Everything else can be a little notebook. It can be notes in your phone. The fact is getting it written down and getting it out of your head and onto the paper and out of your heart and onto the paper or onto the electronic device that counts. And just give a quick rundown each day how you feel, how you did this, what you did. And then let's see after 30 days how you feel. I want you to come back and report to me on this. Okay, so I know this is a lot to take in. So if you need help, you need to go, you know what, coach, I really want help with this. I need help. I know it's not easy all the time. It's worth it, but not easy. I'm putting in the chats here. I'm sure I am, because my chat wants to fight with me. I put in the chats real quick here. Links, you can coach with me. I'd love to do a coaching session with you. Or get into Inner Circle Community, where we do this live every month. We have a live meeting, and then we have weekly trainings that help you with the stuff that keeps that momentum and doesn't break the bank. There's a lot of great coaching programs out there in this world, and it's all great. And you're like, oh, I want to join that. I want to be a part of that. And then you go, oh my God, that's a mortgage payment. Okay, I get it. And I'm not knocking some of the high-end coaching in this world, because I've taken some of it, I'm a part of some of it, and there are high-end levels of coaching you can get involved in with me too. But get started somewhere. Let's go. Let's get this going right here and right now. There's not a better time than today to start changing your life for the better. Okay, not even changing. Let's kick that word change out, because change, my friends, is automatic. If you do nothing, you're going to change. You're going to go backwards. There is no neutral in this world. Everybody's like, well, it's like a car. Either you're driving or you're in reverse or you're in neutral, and you're staying in one place. Picture it this way. If you're in neutral, you're on a little bit of a hill and you're sliding back slowly. If you're in reverse, you go back faster. There is no neutral in life, folks. You have to be growing or you're dying. There's no in between. You're going forward or you're going backwards. Okay, so let's get it going today. Today is your day. Now, if you don't want to coach with me, go coach with somebody. Yeah, I'm not forcing you into it. You're welcome back on Breakthrough with Lou next week and the week after and the week after, whether you coach with me or not, whether you ever take one of my courses or not, because this is designed, and I'm also putting another link out there for you. This is designed to help you with no strings attached. That's what Breakthrough with Lou is. No strings attached. But let me tell you, if you're serious about going somewhere and you're having trouble, you might get off the show. You might do this for 30 days and that part of your life is handled. And you go, don't need coach with you, coach. That's awesome. That's why I do this, because there's a lot of people that can just self-direct and do it. And for those of you who are having stopping blocks, which is very normal because we all have, and I have, and we've all broken through stuff, that's what coaching's for. I also put up there the link for Life Boost Coffee, baby. Best coffee in the world. Mycotoxin free, organic, but most importantly, me being a guy, let's face it, flavor trumps all. Of course, I wouldn't drink something horrible for my body just for flavor, but that's good. It's delicious. And I'm going to put the cup up. Look at this. What do you think of that? What does that mean to you? Do more of what makes you happy. It also means do less of what that makes you unhappy. But what does that mean to you? Love to have you put that in the chats, even if you're watching on the replays. What does that mean to you? Do more of what makes you happy. What makes you happy? What's in your happiness wallet? I love to do a little play on commercials and stuff. And it's amazing that I know these little taglines from commercials and stuff. I know more about music because I rarely watch TV, because the TV can be your enemy at times, depending on what you're watching. All right, listen up, guys. I am going to cut you loose this morning. I think I got a nice little piece of homework there for you. You can always go back to the blog and check out the replays. Go over to our site where we house our blog. It's xlr8life.com. So that's our website for XLR8 Life University. Live with faith, energy, passion. Always live your dreams. Have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you guys on the next roundabout.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to xlr8life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lou himself. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.